Hey Dave, thanks for being here. For the E³ Affirmation through the New Year Challenge, transmuting the energies that are here now as we go through the Death-Rebirth Portal. Hey Catherine, thanks for being here. So I'm really excited because I'm outside today. It's been 13 months of being inside, probably like 95% of the time, either in emergency room, in ambulances, in hospitals, after surgery. So it feels really good to be outside. And then recently I wasn't even able to go outside after I was in the hospital for a few months. I was in my home for maybe 3 weeks. So this feels amazing. My feet are on the earth and I was just looking at the sun. So this is beautiful. All right, so let's begin. Catherine, do you have any intentions that you would like to share for the new year? But instead of waiting until we say, Happy New Year, and not even waiting until tomorrow, are there any intentions of energies you'd like to cultivate for the new year starting now without thinking about how is it going to happen, when is it going to happen, if it's possible, but just thinking about your heart's dreams. If you'd like to share your intention, you can type it out and then we'll do the E³ affirmation, cultivate the positive energy by affirming I am embodied, I am empowered, I am ecstatic, grounding that energy and then sharing it with you and your intentions. Can somebody who's here, if you can hear me, can you type yes? Because I don't know if these headphones are working. So somebody, hey Joseph, thanks for being here. Welcome to the E³ Affirmation through the New Year Challenge, where we transmute the energies that are here now, inside and outside, to support your intention for the new year in all areas of your life. Okay, thanks, Catherine. All right, so this is a balance of just kind of letting things happen, trusting the divine guidance that's inside of you, but also we want to do our practices. So we're here to practice cultivating positive energy, grounding it into our body, and then sharing that energy with, in this case, Catherine's intentions. So Catherine typed out more self-love and gratitude. Great. So if this is your first time doing the E³ affirmation, the E³ affirmation is I'm embodied, I'm empowered, I am ecstatic. And feeling those energies in your whole being, feeling those energies be present just as you are. Okay, awesome. So again, thank you everyone for being here. We're going to keep Catherine in our heart, in our mind. And first, we're going to cultivate the E³ affirmation. So I'll say the first part and repeat. I'll say the second part and then repeat, and then the third part. Hey, Linda. So Linda and everyone else who is here, we are using the E³ affirmation to cultivate our unique vibration and positive energy so that we feel that energy and we ground it into who we are. And we're going to share that with Catherine. Her intention for the new year, and she's not waiting till the new year, she's starting right now, is for more self-love and gratitude. Awesome. Okay, so we'll take a deep breath in through the nose and then exhale out of the mouth, coming into the present. And let's begin. I am embodied. I am empowered. I am ecstatic. Round 2. I am embodied. I am empowered. I am ecstatic. Okay, third round, make it a good one. I am embodied. I am empowered. I am ecstatic. Good, now take a deep breath in, feel that energy in your heart, feel it ground. And then exhaling, sending it to Catherine and her heart's intentions, letting it go, trusting this love knows what's up. Awesome. So that's beautiful. This is really powerful, what we're doing for ourselves, what we're doing for others, what we're doing for the earth and humanity. Even an ounce of love and just 3 minutes of cultivating this positive energy, it can really have a positive impact on all areas of your life. So that's the intention of the E³ Affirmation through the New Year challenge. Can we feel embodied, empowered, and ecstatic, even in the middle of all of these challenges that all of us are experiencing in our own way? And now, the affirmation, it's very individualized. So how you feel embodied is different than somebody else. How you feel empowered, how you feel ecstatic. So it's important to make the affirmation your own. Be creative, have fun. But I would encourage you to think about your New Year's intention and begin now. You don't have to do all of it. Oh, thanks, Catherine. That's awesome. Thank you so much for being here. So yeah, it's kind of like a balance of planning 10 years in the future, and then at the same time, what if this was the only day that we had to live? This is kind of what I've been experiencing the past 13 months with the brain cancer and the pain and the challenges. It's like, how do we plan for the future, long-term goals, and also be fully present with what's happening, because a lot is out of our control right now. So this practice is to try to do both. I'm just seeing who's here. Hey Corey, thank you for being here. So we have Dave, Linda, Catherine, Prudy, Corey. So does anyone else have any intentions that you'd like to share? Sometimes when we share the intentions, either verbally or you write it down or you type it out, it kind of gives it an opportunity to grow. If we keep it inside, there is value in keeping our intentions inside. But if we keep them inside forever, then sometimes they don't have as much opportunity to grow. So gratitude to you too, Prudy. So no pressure at all, but if there's anything at all, I mean, it could be the biggest, most intense thing that you want to receive support in. Maybe right now somebody is in a hotel and they just binged on beer and they feel suicidal and they're here on this live stream. If that's the case, you can share anything at all that you'd like support in. Sometimes the more real, the more heal, you could say. But at the same time, you could just say me, and we're going to cultivate love and positive energy and send it to you and trust that this love will know what to do. So Corey, do you have any intentions you'd like to share? Any energies you want to release? Anything that you'd like to bring in to the new year, beginning right now? So we can only do so much, partially because physically I can only do so much with all the pain and the need to rest. But that's okay, because we're working on the energetic realm. We're working with our mind, with our energy, with our body, with our spirit, and with our unique vibration. So we have, who's here? Dave, Linda, Catherine, Prudy. It says 7, but there's less. Does anyone else have any intentions? Who knows? This could be the beginning of something really beautiful. just from this one little practice. So I'm really grateful to be outside after being inside for maybe 95% of the time the past year. Trying to see who's here. So what we are doing is we're each doing our own practices to transmute older energies, things that maybe were from the past that we're still feeling a little bit, transmuting those energies into higher frequencies of love, and doing so as we stay grounded in this moment. Easier said than done, but that's why we practice. Catherine says, it's beautiful. Where are you? I'm in North Carolina now, and I'm not inside. It's a park. I'll show you. Yeah, it's beautiful here. I'm going to be doing these outside a lot. I cannot wait. Well, I can wait, but when it gets cold, I'm going to do cold practices. When it's hot, I'll do hot practices. So like right now, I've been starting to put my feet in ice cold water. And then yesterday, I was able to sit in ice cold water in the bath up to my belly button, I think. And then maybe today, I'll be able to go in the ice bath up to my chest. One day up to my neck, but I got to do it slow because the body is in so much pain and under so much, like it's kind of weak from all these head surgeries and everything. So yeah, thank you everyone for being here. So if you'd like, we can take a few breaths together, feel ourselves grounding before we continue. Okay, great. So yeah, looking at the sun is a really beautiful thing to do in sunrise and sunset. If you're not experienced with sun gazing, it's good to take it slowly so you don't hurt your eyes. But I've learned something interesting, that I've had pre-seizure activity a lot the past 13 months. And I noticed that looking at things like cell phones and artificial lights were aggravating for the seizures. Luckily right now, since the recent head infection surgery, the seizures aren't nearly as bad and the pre-seizure auras aren't nearly as bad looking at screens. But I noticed looking at the sun doesn't hurt at all. It actually feels really, really good for the eyes. So it's a good practice to explore how we can look at the sun consciously and feel the healing benefits of sun gazing. So if you all want to take a deep breath with me as I look at the sun for a breath, and then we'll continue. Awesome. All right. Thank you everyone who is here. It's a balance of like making the most of our time, having complete focus, but then also remaining as cool as a cucumber and taking it easy and being patient and trusting. So Prudy says, I go in pool every day, enjoy doing deep breathing techniques. Yeah, that's amazing. Can't wait till I can go in a pool again. I can't because of a section of skull and the skin flap, but one day I'll get back in the water. So what we're doing here is basically, well, what I am doing is I'm on a Death-Rebirth Portal. That's what I'm calling it. In a sense, you could say whether I like it or not, I am fully committed to this path that I'm on. I mean, my soul is fully committed, and I've had to train my mind to be fully committed also. I've already had 4 head surgeries in the past, I think, 12 months, and radiation, chemo twice, multiple head surgeries, 3 weeks of antibiotics once for a head infection, and then 6 weeks of antibiotics. So I'm trying to make the most of each day, not out of fear. I'm trying to make the most out of each day out of love. Like, even if I didn't have cancer, even if there were no challenges and no pain, I'm trying to follow those same dreams in my heart. So I want to support other people in doing the same, especially with all of these challenges that are happening in the world. Can we still follow the dreams in our heart, even though there are all of the challenges here? So this is the practice. We're doing our best to acknowledge if there's pain, if there are challenges, but then also we want to acknowledge the truth that inside we are embodied, empowered, and ecstatic, just as we are. Like the real embodiment, like in your body, the real empowerment, not from something else, but the power that's inside that moves through you from God and nature. And the ecstasy, the true ecstasy of when we're being ourselves, when we are in our element, and then we feel happy. So that's what the E³ affirmation is, to remind ourselves of that. So that's why I do it, and that's why I want to share it with others. So does anyone else have an intention for the new year that you'd like to start literally right now? So when we create something, usually like there are different parts of the creation. You could say part of it is in the mind. Like if we think about creating something, it's almost like a pathway from our consciousness, from our mind, and then we take a journey out to that creation, and then sometimes the fear will give us a detour, or we'll hit like a roadblock and we'll get stuck on something. So it can be helpful to visualize that thing that you want to create. And you can visualize maybe approaching that detour and shifting it, if that makes sense. But more so, we're cultivating the energy of the intention now, and we're supporting the energy of the intention. So it doesn't even matter like how it's going to happen or when or if it's possible, but it can be really empowering. Hey Rachel, thank you for being here. This is the E³ affirmation through the New Year challenge, where we set our intentions and we don't wait till we say Happy New Year or even tomorrow, but we set our intentions now of what your heart desires. And then as a group, we do the E³ affirmation and remind ourselves that I'm embodied, I'm empowered, I am ecstatic. And then we cultivate that love and send that love to whoever shared their intention in the group. So would anyone like to share an intention of any energy you want to release, any patterns, anything at all? Any thoughts? Any energies that you want to bring in? Or if you just want to receive prayers and support, you could type in prayers and support, and then we'll do the E³ affirmation and send you love and positive energy towards that intention to receive prayers and support. So anyone, you can type it. So it's a good practice to face death each day, to face human limitations such as pain, many other limitations. So in a sense, all of us right now, we're kind of being forced to face these things with the world situation. And I happen to be in a very intense, I'm a very intense example of the challenges that a lot of people are going through. But it's kind of like the same energy that we're all feeling, that things are shifting on the planet, inside and outside. Outside things we don't have so much control over, especially now. So we can look at inside, what does my heart desire? Even though there are these challenges, the pain, things that we don't have control over. And part of why I want to share this with people is that it's a big mystery to me. Like my soul knows that everything's going to be okay. I'm guided right now. God is taking care of every step. But that step might lead to leaving the body. Well, it will eventually, but I don't know when that will take place. So that's why I want to share these practices in real time, because, well, that's when the practices happen. But then also, I'm excited to see where my journey leads using these practices. Awesome. So Shani, Shani, that's how you say your name? I hope. You told me, so I should remember. Shani. Shani says, I want to release fear of success and attract overall confidence. So yeah, that's beautiful. She says, I want to release fear of success and attract overall confidence. Great. Now, of course, to actually shift that permanently, long-term, in an easeful way, it'll take more than a few minutes, likely. But we can completely create positive momentum in this moment in even just a few minutes. So that's what we're going to do here, and trust that the full integration will happen in the perfect time. So again, Shani's intention is to release fear of success, and she wants to attract overall confidence. So Shani, as we're doing the E³ affirmation, if you'd like, you can sit or stand or whatever you're doing and just breathe and be present with your affirmation. And that's all. Okay, so everyone, are you ready? We'll start with a breath. We'll do the E³ affirmation 3 times, and then we'll finish with a breath. The breaths are to ground in this moment in our body just as we are. Okay, we'll take a deep breath in through the nose and exhaling out of the mouth, relaxing, and let's begin round number 1. I am embodied. And then you can repeat. I am empowered. I am ecstatic. Good. Round 2. I am embodied. I am empowered. I am ecstatic. Good. Round number 3. Make it a good one. I am embodied. I am empowered. I am ecstatic. Good. Now take a deep breath in. Feel your unique vibration and that love, feeling grounded. And exhaling, sending that love to Shani, grounding in this moment. Good. A few more breaths. All right. Awesome. Good job. So that's a really amazing practice. It's very simple. It's super simple. But even a few moments, we're building positive momentum for ourselves and for other people also. So it's great. It's like a win-win, win-win, win-win. So it's really good. And we're building positive momentum in our subconscious mind. So we're building the habit of cultivating your unique vibration and then assisting other people in where they are. And then we can do this in many situations. The E³ affirmation is just one of infinite affirmations that we can do. But it's a good one. It kind of brings together the mind, the body, and the soul. That's why I like it. So let's see, who else is here? I think I have energy for one more. Then I have to rest. Such a beautiful practice for the body to be so in such a vulnerable state. Like, I know I should probably warn people before I do that. But if you're grossed out by stuff, I'm going to tilt my head and you're going to see my abdominal tissue, which is covering the hole in my head. So that's a great presence practice right there for me. All the time, every day, having to be mindful of that part of my body and my whole body in general. So does anyone else have any intentions that you want to share? Or does anyone have any feedback or questions about how this can be improved, the live streams? I just started a few days ago, and it's not as structured as maybe it could be, as far as I don't have a platform explaining what this is. I don't have different things online to register people. I'm kind of just doing it, and then whoever shows up, we do these practices, and then that's it. But if anyone has any either suggestions of how this could be improved, if anyone has any questions for me, or just any comments, feel free to type them. I had the thought the other day, wouldn't it be awesome to have 1,000 people doing this at the same time? It's kind of like a random number, but it's kind of a cool number to think of. Like, right now it seems like so many people. I can't imagine 1,000 people together doing this, how much fun that would be. But maybe in a few years I'll look back and I'll say, wow, 1,000? Now it's at 10 million people doing the E³ affirmation all over the world in their own way. That would be kind of cool. Catherine says, I think it's great the way it is. Okay, well, that's awesome. Yeah, I definitely want it to evolve and see how that goes. But right now I'm super grateful for how things are. Anyone else have anything to share before we finish this? Okay, with that being said, I am going to finish with 3 rounds of the E³ affirmation with my feet on the bare earth, which I'm super grateful for. And I'm going to feel and receive the positive energy from the earth, from the E³ affirmation, from all of you who are here. Yeah, if you just arrived, apologies, we're finishing up now. We're going to continue. There are going to be many of these before the new year. Who knows how many? A lot. So with that being said, I am embodied. I am empowered. Thanks, Dave. And just as I am ecstatic. So thank you all for your prayers and your well wishes in my brain cancer healing. I really look forward to sharing more with you, and keep up the good fight of following your heart, honoring the human realm as you follow the dreams that are still here, that have been here since you were a child, and we bring this energy into the new year. E³ here, wishing you well.